Hey everybody, it's Dave Dugdale, learningvideo.com. So this is kind of part two, and that'll be the conclusion, I guess you could say, of the Eyecup comparison that I've been going through to pretty much everyone I could find on either eBay or B&H Photo or wherever. Really quick, the contenders are, there's the CenGell. I think that his name is Christopher Engel. He goes by CenGell on eBay. I believe it comes in around $34 or $35. Then we've got the Miller & Schneider. This one's a little bit different type of design in terms of how it fits. This one comes in at about $34 or $35. And then there's two Hoodmans. These one's larger for if you wear eyeglasses, and a smaller one. These are both the same price, and they come in at $19.99. These, I'll have all links down below. So I'm not going to really talk about all the stuff I already talked about in January, but basically the conclusion of what I've gone through. The Hoodmans, let's talk about these two small ones. This is the CenGell and the Hoodman. They are like, I mean, they look almost identical. The way they're made on the back, there's a little bit different, but in terms of the material, softness, smell, I guess some people talk about the smell of these, but they look really, really, really close. The smaller ones for me, and again, like I talked about in that part one, is the way my eye is shaped. This can be very subjective. These ones that are very small, yeah. I know what my thumbnail is going to be for this video. These are too small for my particular face, my large nose or whatever. They're just too small, and I find in order to see correctly, I have to actually move them up slightly to see the whole image in the EVF. So, and what usually happens is I end up pressing it too hard against my eyebrow or right up here against my nose, and they're just too uncomfortable for me. So then it leaves these two bigger ones, the Miller & Schneider and the large Hoodman. Now, the large Hoodman actually fits my eye really, really well in terms of when I press it up. I don't even have to press it very hard, and everything is sealed. I can't see anything light below or above or the side. So for me, for my large face or head or whatever, this one actually works quite well. Then there's the Miller & Schneider. This one is a very kind of different approach, and this is very soft. I mean, really soft compared to some of these other ones. And when you press it, you can press it pretty hard, and it still doesn't hurt this side of the nose or up on my eyebrow. And you can see inside of that quite well. Now, the biggest problem with the Miller & Schneider from my last review was when I would put it in my camera bag, and the camera was mounted, you know, where I usually put it, and I close the lid and I zip it up. This would probably pressure down on here, and this would come off. It wasn't glued like these other ones are to the hard plastic, the silicone or whatever blend of polymer. I don't even know what it is of stuff that they put together. Now, I was up in Wyoming this past weekend. My brother-in-law actually glued this for me. He had some special type of glue. I don't even remember what it was exactly. And it's been holding great. And then Miller & Schneider was like, well, we can send you another one that we've glued. And I gotta say, the one they did isn't glued as well. I don't know exactly what glue they used. It's kind of a whiter glue because I can see some of the residue on the outside. But the one that my brother-in-law did, actually, you know, it hasn't come off yet. And you can see I'm doing this kind of thing. And that was the big problem with this one before, is I'd open my camera bag after, you know, walking around and stuff like that, and you know, I might have a lot of different things in it. I just want to pull my camera out and hold up to my eye. I'm like, where's the viewfinder? And I have to search around my camera bag for like 30 seconds or so to find it, and then attach it, which take another 30 seconds, and I'm out a minute when I could have been shooting more, you know, that kind of thing. So what I ended up buying is actually the Miller & Schneider. Now that they have it's glued in, I don't have that problem anymore. And like I said before, the way it mounts to my face anyway, you know, in terms of applying pressure, it works quite well. So that's pretty much it. I'll put all the links below. And also, I'm finished with my Sony a7S II course on this camera. See, I even label mine. Got these big fat labels on my camera. I don't know if you could see it, but they're like twins. My A7R II and my A7S II, when I look down at them, you can't tell them apart. So I had to put some big labels on them. But I finished my A7S2 course. There's a great section in there. I'm really proud of it. It's one of the best courses I've ever done. And actually, I had Matt Scott from Matt Scott Visuals, if you know who he is, from Australia. Fantastic job. He did about 40 minutes of my 6-hour, it's over 6 hours long. He did on color grading using Resolve and S-Log footage. So definitely check it out if you haven't already seen that. Go to my sales page. It's on sale. And like right now, it's still on, I guess there's a discount if you sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to be sending out another, like, only a couple more days left type of notice here in the next couple of days, because that's going to be expiring here in I think about 5 days. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.